What's up? Since you clicked on this video, I'm guessing that you're struggling with the Pilates roll-up. The roll-up is probably the #1 exercise that my clients get frustrated over when they cannot do it. The good news is that in this video, I'm gonna give you the tools, which are muscle-specific targeted exercises that will help teach you and your body how to do a roll-up that feels strong, supported, and stable. Doing the roll-up is all about the timing of the muscles. Of course, you know that the main player in the roll-up is the abdominal muscles, but not only do we have 3 layers of abdominal muscles, we also have a ton of other accessory muscles that are required to fire in order to give us the support and the stability we need to roll all the way up to sitting. These muscles from top to bottom are the deep neck muscles, or the deep neck flexors in the front, the rectus abdominis down the front of your abdominals, the oblique muscles that sort of wrap around your body in an X shape, the deep transversus abdominis, the psoas along with your other hip flexors, as well as your inner thigh muscles and your hamstrings. I know this is starting to sound so complicated, but trust me, in practice, it's really not that bad. Essentially what we're gonna do is reverse engineer the muscles involved when we do the roll-up, and then we're gonna put all the pieces back together to do that perfect roll-up. Sometimes people nail this right away, while others can take a bit more practice to get it working effectively. If this is you, just keep focused on the building blocks, and I know your perfect roll-up is just around the corner. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Andrea. I'm a Pilates instructor and a movement educator, and my channel is Pilates for the People. Woo! If you are ready to perfect your roll-up, let's get moving. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna have you do is just a roll-up, so you can see how it feels starting without any prep for it. So come on and lie down on your back. We're gonna reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath. And exhale. Okay, let your body settle into the floor. Nod your chin, start to curl your spine forward and roll all the way up, sitting tall. If you need to bend your knees so you can get straight comfortably, that's totally fine. You don't have to keep your legs straight. I'd rather see this than this, okay? And then you can roll back down. So here we go with our targeted exercises. The first muscles we're going to talk to are our obliques. So I want you to bend your knees. We're gonna take our hands out to the side in like an A-frame shape. Bring one leg up and then the next. And you can either keep your legs like this, knees at a 90-degree angle, or you can dangle your feet. It doesn't really matter. Start to tip your knees side to side. I want you to press your knees together so they stay glued. And what you're essentially doing is rolling across the back of your pelvis. I want you to keep both shoulders down on the mat. So the upper body stays still and controlled, and it's the lower body that's going side to side. Focus on the rolling motion of your pelvis, which is a big bone, across the floor here. Yeah, good. See if you can drive this motion from the middle of your body. So this is tapping into the oblique muscles, and they are muscles that create rotation in our spine, the rotation of our waist. Yeah, let's just do a few more. As a reminder, keep your shoulders and your upper body heavy and relaxed on the floor. Good. If you find that you can't keep your shoulders down, you're probably moving too much. So make your movement side to side smaller. Great. All right, you come back down to the floor, 1 foot down and then the next. Next exercise is bridge. So this is gonna get the hamstrings. Arms in by your sides. You're gonna have your feet, you're gonna have your heels approximately underneath your knees, not super tucked like this, but a little bit away. I want you to press down through your feet and then lift your hips up towards the ceiling and then lower your bum back down to the floor. So press down through your feet first and then lift your hips up towards the ceiling and then lower your bum back down to the floor. Think press feet, lift bum, and then lower back down. Press your feet and lift your bum and lower back down. Press your feet, lift your bum,
and lower back down. One more time, press your feet, lift your bum, hold up at the top. I want you to begin to sink your spine down now, one vertebra at a time. So your spine moves down sequentially towards the floor all the way until the tailbone touches down. Curl your tailbone up towards the ceiling and peel your spine off the floor one vertebra at a time until you're up, until your spine is off, right up until about your shoulder blades. So sink your breastbone, sink your spine down one vertebra at a time, all the way down, sequentially moving until your tail touches down. Curl the tail again and peel off the floor one vertebra at a time, bone by bone by bone. Let's do one more of these. So we're going to roll down and roll up one more time. As you do it, check in with your thighs and make sure that your thighs are staying parallel and they're not splaying out to the side. That's something that happens a lot. So thighs stay parallel with one another. As you roll up, 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 you might feel inner thighs working to keep those thighs parallel as we roll all the way down. Great. Okay, let's keep one leg bent, the other one goes to straight. So from here, can you sink your pelvic area down into the floor? It's like almost like you're sinking your bum as though there's like a hole underneath your pelvis. You're sinking it down, and then let your leg float towards the ceiling. Keep that heavy feeling around your pelvis and lower the leg with control. So again, sink your bum like you're sinking into a hole. You're gonna lift the leg up and lower the leg down. So this is getting our psoas muscle, which is our deepest, strongest hip flexor, as well as our other hip flexors, which live at the front of our thigh. Good, sink the bum. These can sometimes feel really grippy at the front of the hip. That's usually a sign that your psoas is not very strong. And so my advice is not to kill it so this feels terrible, but these exercises are so worth doing even if they don't feel that good right now. Okay, let's switch sides. So sink your pelvis as though your bum is sinking into a hole that's in the floor. Let that leg float up and lower all the way down with control. Sink the bum. And what that bum sinking action does is what we're trying to make it do is turn on some of our pelvic stabilizers here. So that turns on our deep transversus abdominis muscle. It also speaks to our obliques by encouraging our pelvis to stay level as we lift that leg. Okay, let's do one more here. So sink the pelvis, let that leg lift. It doesn't have to come to vertical. I really don't care how high it comes off the floor. The goal is to stay heavy in the pelvis as the leg lifts. Okay, next exercise. I think we'll go straight legs for this one. I want you to bring your arms to like this shape, okay? And if that doesn't feel good, you go arms out to the side. I'm gonna go I call this like the cactus shape here. Sometimes if you're really tight through your chest, this just doesn't feel good, so you go out to a T. Okay, so this is gonna do, we're gonna speak to those deep neck flexors down the front of our neck. I want you to sink your breastbone in and down towards the floor. Keep that heavy, nod the chin a little, and hover the head off. Lower all the way down. Look for sensation down the front of the neck. So sink the breastbone, tuck the chin, hover the head, and they come all the way down. I found these exercises very traumatic for my body when I first did them. Sink the breastbone, tuck the chin, hover the head. If you have any kind of like forward head posture, which truly most of us have some, sink the breastbone, tuck the chin, hover the head. These are so hard, but they are like my favorite exercises to do because they pull the head back on the spine and they make the neck look really long. One more here. Sink the breastbone, tuck the chin, hover the head, and then come all the way down. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna roll over to one side. And let's lie on our arm here. We are going to bring the top leg forward and bring the bottom leg long, just like this. I want you to lift the bottom leg up and lower down. Lift the bottom leg up and lower down. So what are we feeling working here? It's the inner thighs on the bottom leg. So those are the main muscles working. You might feel some sensation on the top leg too, that's fine. Focus on lifting from the inner thigh on the bottom leg. Good, last two. And one here, nice. Both legs come together. Make that top leg like a heavy weight. It acts as your weight here. Your hand presses against the floor and the bottom leg pushes that top leg up and lower down. The bottom leg pushes that top leg up and lower down. Bottom leg pushes that top leg up, lower down. One more time, pushes up, hold here. Can anybody feel the obliques working right here on the top side of your waist? This exercise is double duty. We get obliques. Triple duty. We get obliques, we get core working. Deep core transversus is working to stabilize, and we get the inner thighs working as well. Okay, rest all the way down. You come on up, flip right around to the other side. Get yourself comfortable, head is resting on the arm. The top foot is gonna go forward, top leg is gonna go forward, the bottom leg is going to be straight, and begin to lift and lower that bottom leg. Remember, we wanna try to think about lifting from the inner thigh. Good, the mind plays a huge role when it comes to activating the right muscles. So you're gonna think about lifting from that inner thigh. Good, that's it. And again, I don't care how high you go, it really doesn't make a huge difference. Good, you do what you can do without creating a lot of other motion in your body here. So you wanna be as stable or as still as you can in the upper part of your body. Let's take that top leg, land it on top of the bottom leg. Imagine it's like a heavy weight weighing your bottom leg down. Push your bottom leg into the top and lower down. Try exhaling as you lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift, inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Ooh, I feel this side. Okay, one more time. We're gonna hold it up. Feel for that bottom inner thigh working. Those top side obliques, maybe feeling hard as rocks here. And we've got our deep core muscles working to stabilize us. And you can lower down. All right, I want you to turn right onto your front here. This is hamstrings, nice and easy one. So you're going to place your hands stacked, forehead on the hands. And from here, I'd like you to kick one heel towards that same side of the bum, the corresponding side of the bum, and reach the leg long. Other side, kick heel to bum, and then straighten out. So alternate one side and then the next. And I want you to squeeze your hamstring as though you're doing like how you would like squeeze your bicep here. You know, you're like show off your biceps. Think about showing off your hamstrings. So it's kicking to the same side, the corresponding side of the bum. This one is not going to have a huge feel factor, but even after all these years of doing this exercise, I'm still surprised at how effective it is at turning on the hamstrings. So let's go 2 more on each side. You just do as many as you need to even out from one side to the next. And I should say for any of these exercises, if they feel really good in your body, do a few extra. Usually means that your body is asking you for that type of exercise. Okay, I'm going to do one more here. Okay, come on up. I'm going to get you to come back onto one side. This time you're going to be in a side bridge position. So your elbow is underneath your shoulder, your knees are stacked, and your side body here, your waist is lifted a little. Push down through your knees, lift your hips up.
This is, again, oblique muscles here. We're targeting them from the sides. Good, lift up. We're just gonna do 3. And again, press down through your knees, lift up, come all the way down, swing those legs over to the other side, elbow under shoulder, knees are stacked, waist lifts just a little, push through the knees, lift the hips, and down. Push through the knees, lift the hips, and down, and 1 to go. Press through those knees, lift the hips, so it's the bottom side. That's working. You should be able to feel the muscles contracting with your fingers. Also, the sensation of it working in your body. Come all the way down. Almost there. Come up and sit on your bum. Now we're gonna start to do an exercise that resembles the roll-up. Hands come behind your thighs, knees are bent. Sit up really, really tall. Curl your tailbone under, round through your low back. You're gonna start to roll halfway back, okay? So your arms are straight. Yeah, you're hanging on a little here. Your feet can be lifted or down if they can be down. And I want you to think of creating a really shallow curve through the front of the body. Palms come together in front of you here. You're gonna start to turn to one side and turn to the other side. So in this exercise, we are getting all 3 layers of abdominals that we use when we go to do the roll-up. Good, we're not gonna do many here. So we're gonna do 2, we're getting obliques, rectus abdominis, and transversus abdominis. Okay, roll all the way down, legs go straight. And with your arms up over your chest, here we go. Now this is the moment of truth. Let's see how a roll-up is. I'm hoping for smoother, stronger, and a more supported feeling. So let's take a breath. Exhale, nod your chin. Start to roll up through your upper body, and then roll up and sit all the way up, tall. Do you want to try that again? Let's roll all the way down. Good. So remember, if it's not perfect, you just keep working on those building blocks, and I promise you will be well on your way to doing a perfectly supported feeling roll-up in no time. Take a breath, nod your chin. Why don't you sink your breastbone a little first, hover your head, start to curl through the spine. You're gonna roll all the way up, sit tall, tall, tall. You can bend your knees and let your arms rest. Great work, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you found success, leave a comment below. If you didn't, I also want to hear from you. What do you think went wrong? If you like this video, you probably like this one as well, and also probably this one. As always, if you want to see more of these videos, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.